Something to quickly address is I'm bald, and I'm very excited for this video, and so is my cat. She is laying in my lap now, and I'm gonna be holding her while we're going over some of the most devious attacks I have done like this whole season. I made it to Diamond League out of nowhere. I mean, I was in like 19th place, like right between these guys, and then I just was like, all right, I was sitting in a car, nothing crazy, and said, let's do a few attacks. And not only did I get some juicy defenses right here, which were just these two, which got me to 6,200. I had some crazy attacks, which I used some strategies. I don't know. It just worked. This is my only fail, and it would not have failed if I wasn't dumb. But we're gonna get to that. So let's get to my first attack. I hate attacking the space, and we're up against Cajun Power. So I immediately changed to this strategy. And my thought process is this. Initially, I was looking at these air bombs. Cat is in my way. At these air bombs. 2 cannon carts and barbarians. Take out the Archer Tower air bombs. Then battlecopter plus baby dragons for all this stuff. That was my first plan. But then I saw something different. Wait a second. If we took out this Archer Tower, then we can take out double cannon air bombs, Expo Roaster, and then if we took out the lava launcher, we could take out the Mega Tesla, the lowered Archer Tower, the double cannon. And that would leave just these two things left. And I was like, oh, this is just easy. Let's just do that. And so that's what I did. And I brought 3 cannon carts. I was initially going to do 2, but I brought 3. And let me show you how I played this. What we did is, first things first, we're using the barbarians to test for traps. I want to make sure we're not going to find any traps. And you see we put down both barbarians. And immediately we put down both the cannon carts, so we're just not wasting time. And we find a Tesla in here. We damage up the guard bus a little bit. So now we're just funneling out for the baby dragons. Because when I put down 2 baby dragons, and also, I guess I kind of skipped over this, I put a barbarian down so my cannon carts would take out the Archer Tower. Whatever. We're going to take 2 baby dragons and take out all of this stuff right here, right? Here comes the first one, bang, and then we put down the second one right here, boom. And during this attack, this is like my first attack of the day. I'm anxious. I'm feeling like pumped, right? I'm scared. I don't want to fail, but I'm feeling like, I don't know, just like all crazy about this. It gets your adrenaline running almost when you're playing in the top ladder. So as you see, my cannon carts are getting the most insane value. Air bombs, Air Expo, Mega Tesla, and we're just keeping them moving, right? And obviously, right at this point, I know we definitely get this, but time was a factor. So you're going to see probably my only mistake here was I sent this cannon cart in for the giant cannon because I was worried I wouldn't get it down in time, and that's why I also put the barbarian for the double cannon. But we get it down in time, and now it's just a matter of the second stage. I did not need to kill that cannon cart, but I did choose to just to make sure I'd get it. Second stage is easy. I could use my battlecopter up here, which I think I showed you last video, that trick. But he moved it around to where there's a firecracker here, so I can't do my usual approach, which is smart of him. So instead, I put down the barbarian to test for Teslas, and then we're off. We're taking out the guard post unit. We're taking out this cannon, this cannon down here, this crusher. Like, even though we lost a cannon cart, because we had a barbarian left over and we had 2 cannon carts, now we still have 4 next stage. We do find a Tesla which kills a cannon cart, but you see it. It's so easy. It's obviously free. It was such an easy 6-star, and at this point, I'm kind of feeling it, right? So I search up, and I face this base right here, and I still have the same strategy selected, right? And I'm like, you know what? This looks like the perfect base to do that same thing again. Let me tell you why. You see there's a giant cannon, lava launcher, and Archer Tower all in the same compartment, and once we take out those, just imagine they're not there. All of a sudden, you can get this down, this down, this down, this down, this. Like, the whole base, it gets taken down except for 2 Archer Towers. So I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so good. This is probably the perfect base to use this against. So we do the same thing, 2 barbarians to test for traps. We find a Tesla. We're just going to go take out that Tesla. I have this issue where I get really scared. I'm going to hit a push trap with my cannon carts, so that's kind of why I play them a little weirdly. But now here's important. We're going to send a barbarian in front of the cannon cart to test for bombs, and we do find a push trap and some bombs here. That's why you do it. That's why you test for traps. But anyway, now we're going to go take out the roaster. We sent a barbarian all the way over here too. There were no traps, but if there were, that would have been great. Now we send in battle machine. And as you see, we literally take down the entire base with the cannon carts. And now we don't need to worry about anything because we have a battle machine back end. He's going to survive forever because there's only an archer tower attacking him. I don't even unpause my cannon cards. I just leave them paused. Stage 2 is like the craziest stage 2 I've seen. It's not good looking. So literally all I'm going to do is 2 cannon cards to take out the guard post units and then another cannon card over here. And I'm just trying to take down the firecrackers for my battle machine. Battle machine can charge up on the elixir storage without being in range of the firecrackers. So when you set them from the bottom, we're doing absolutely fine. And then we take out the builder hall. We do kill a cannon cart. So it's like, I do good, but I need to kill a cannon cart, although he didn't end up dying. That's another 6-star. But this, my friends, is the attack I am most excited to show you. And it's because I did something pretty cool, in my opinion. So we look at this base, and we're gonna go deep into this one. We're gonna talk about this one more than the others, because this one I feel like is the coolest one, as I already said. We look at the base. And my first thing I'm looking at the base is thinking, where do I get the value? And my first thing I see is the Mega Tesla is not being protected by the lava launcher, right? And so I start focusing more on the Mega Tesla, and I see also the roaster isn't being protected, and also the Air Expo isn't being protected. So immediately, like, dollar signs are going off in my head. I'm like, how do I get that value, right? So I'm looking at the base, and because you can look at ranges now and defenses. I see that I really just need to get a cannon cart right here. Like, you got to remember there's another archer tower here, but if I get a cannon cart like right here, we're going to take out roaster Mega Tesla, and then if we were to somehow distract for this archer tower, we can take out the the Air Expo too. So my big mission here, I'm already locked in. I'm gonna get this value, right? That's my mind. It's just, how do I get there? Because there's a wall here, and I need to test for traps, and there's guard post units. Like, I can't play this risky. And this is a trick I don't really see other people doing, but I bring in a bomber, and let me show you how this works. So first of all, we're gonna start the cannon carts all the way over here, right? Even though I need them to come in over here, I'm starting them over here because they're gonna get splash damage on the gold storage, and that's gonna help us take down the archer tower really quickly. So what we're gonna do is, and you see I'm sitting here for a while, like, am I really gonna try this? Am I that stupid? Like, is this gonna work? So I'm kind of like tweaking out about this, but we send in both the cannon carts, and we get the perfect splash onto the gold storage, and look, that takes down the archer already halfway. And now we put in the bomber, and we use his ability in a place where it's gonna damage up the archer tower. So now the archer tower is like one shot from dying, and obviously cannon carts take that out. And so at this point, I'm already like money. We're sending in the battle machine to tank for this archer tower, because at this point now, like, literally all we need to do is just move our cannon carts forward, and we're gonna take out the Mega Tesla. And then I say, wait a minute, let's move them a little bit towards the hero altar so we get in a better angle for the Air Expo too. And we're gonna move them here in a moment to go get into the Mega Tesla range. And now we're in it. We're taking down the Mega Tesla, right? And this is, remember, 3 troop space. We take down Mega Tesla. We do find a giant bomb there. And now we're gonna take out the Air Expo. And we've used 3 troops. We've taken out this man's entire base pretty much. Now, I played my baby dragons really bad here in my opinion, but at this point, I'm like so stoked about the value I got, I don't even care. So we just use all the baby dragon abilities. We don't really need to use them all necessarily, but I want to, because I want to keep alive all my baby dragons. So we go 1, 2, it doesn't matter. Time was a little short here, but we swagged 3 baby dragons and 2 cannon carts. If this second stage isn't free, I don't know what is. We use some barbarians here to test for traps, and you're about to see me and this invisible guy. I think I face him for the rest of the video, and he uses the same second stage, right? I know where his Tesla is. It's right in between these buildings, but you know, I don't worry about it, right? So we're just cannon carts, take out the second stage, blah blah blah. We have 3 baby dragons. Like, if this is not a 6-star, I don't know what is. We go take out the base, and that's a 6-star, right? So now I'm facing invisible again, and this base actually looks kind of difficult. And you do see, though, I immediately am switching to this Night Witch minion dropship strategy. Why is that? It is because I see the roaster and the air bomb are really, really close together. And if we can take down both of these immediately, we just run the base, right? So my plan here with the battlecopter is he's going to go here, and he's going to take out the double cannon and the archer tower. We're going to use minions to take down these buildings. And then with this being in play, we're now going to be able to get the minions directly onto the roaster and directly onto the air bombs, and look at how quickly this base goes. So we use night witches here. Why are we doing that? We're testing for air bombs. That's what I'm trying to find, because if we find air bombs, we're cooked. And now we're putting in the dropships, battlecopter ability right here. Boom, there goes the air bombs, and now we're going to take down the roaster. And then now, I think I use the night witch abilities here, because might as well. You know, there's nothing else to do with them. And at this point, the base is cooked. It's absolutely cooked. We still have a dropship. We still have like a night witch. We still have minions. Battlecopter's still alive. This should have been a 6-star, but I'm going to show you something really embarrassing. Really embarrassing, all right? So I'm on the second stage here, and I'm bringing in cannon carts. I just took down this base with cannon carts, as you guys saw. So, like, clearly, I knew I could take it down with 2 cannon carts. We use the minion to test for traps here, and now we're working on the crusher. That's fine. And I pause my cannon carts here, and I'm like, wait, I only have 2 cannon carts. I need to make sure I'm not going to waste time. And I look at this elixir collector, and I think, like, look, the cannon carts look like they would be out of range if they drove towards it. And so I think, you know what? For the sake of time, we're going to move my cannon carts, and look, they go in. And so they are barely in range of the cannon, and we lose both our cannon carts. And at that point, I was pretty mad, right? So I saved my cannon cart just so I could take down the builder hall, or else I would have gotten a 4-star, which would have really made me mad. And then we just threw the battle machine in with the night witch. That was so embarrassing, though. I just completely failed the 6-star there just because I played like just stupid, but it was okay. So now we're up against Invisible for the 3rd time in a row here, and you know, he's using a new base, and I switched to cannon carts, archers, and baby dragons, because my plan here is this. The cannon cart will take out all of these 3 buildings, right? And then archers for the air bombs. Battlecopter comes in from the corner. 2 abilities, and all this stuff is gone. It's going to be free, right? That's what I'm thinking. Little did I know is this guy, I don't know how or why, but he's somehow trapped for me, right? Like, look how many bombs we're finding over here. Like, I'm even going to like put it 2 times speed, because we find so many bombs, so many push traps, and we just got cooked over here. So what I think he thought I was going to do is the same 2 baby dragon strategy with the 3 cannon carts, but, you know, I didn't do that. We used double baby dragon ability. What I should have done is use the battlecopter ability on the air expo. That would have taken out Mega Tesla, damaged the roaster, whatever. We didn't do that, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to go take out the Mega Tesla with another baby dragon. Now this baby dragon right here, I do not agree with. I do not know why I did that. I do know why. I was trying to take out the air bombs as quickly as I could, so I used a pointless baby dragon. Imagine that baby dragon was right here. So much more useful, right? Or if I put the baby dragon on the roaster, so much more use out of it. But I didn't do that, and so we do kind of waste that baby dragon. And look, another push trap. Like, this guy had trapped so much, but, you know, we tested for it with our archer, so we were kind of fine. So this is like the shakiest first stage I did, and we only have 1 cannon cart surviving. I had just 5-starred Invisible, and I look, and it's the same base again. So now I know that he had all 3 of his Teslas on the first stage, so I don't really care. I put 3 cannon carts. I don't need to test for traps. I know I'm playing it risky, but I know that if I do not like just fully send it, we're gonna run out of time. So like, we start battle machines so early, and we're going to go take down the cannon. Now we're going to take down the double cannon. Like, look how fast these cannon carts are working. We're just trying to go as quickly as we can. Now we're tanking for the multi-mortar. Like, it doesn't matter. And now you can see I leave a cannon cart behind. And this is not on accident. We are very short on time here. So I want this cannon cart to get to the corner quickly. We do find a bunch of bombs, and it nearly dies. But that's why I left him behind, and we do get the 6-star against Invisible again. And now we're into the last attack, and I see this base. This is probably the most fun attack, to be honest. And I'm looking at the base, and we're going to focus on this one too. And what I'm trying to do, again, is I'm always looking for what is the weakness. What do I see wrong about the base? And so the first thing that really stands out to me is this huge compartment over here does not have that much air defense, so I could just put battlecopter and take out all of these buildings, right? That's what I'm seeing. And then now I pause and think, okay, so let's imagine this base doesn't have any of these buildings. What does that leave? And we'll just kind of zoom in, and I can picture it in my head without these buildings, but just try and do it with me. It only leaves an Archer Tower, a double cannon, an Archer Tower, and a Mega Tesla. So how do you take that down? Well, my first instinct is Hog Gliders, right? If we put a P.E.K.K.A down, take out this Archer Tower, Hog Gliders for the Mega Tesla, double cannon, Archer, it's cooked. But these guard post units are an issue. But if I bring in 2 P.E.K.K.A s, then I can take down the guard post units. And then we just need 2 P.E.K.K.A s, 3 things of Hogs, and then we're going to bring in 1 baby dragon. And here's how this is going to work. Like I say, Battlecopter gets huge value up here. And look, there's a bunch of empty space. I know there's going to be a Tesla. That's why I brought the baby dragon. We find a Tesla. Now the baby dragon goes in. It's going to take down all these buildings. And then now here comes the P.E.K.K.A s, like I said. One to take out this Archer Tower so we can get on the Mega Tesla with Hog Gliders. The other to take down the guard post units. And this is all going to kind of happen pretty quickly. But here we go. We're going to go 1, and then we're going to 1, 2, 1. Wait, where do I go 1? I think we do them both on the Archer Towers. Yeah, like this. 1 on Archer Tower. We find a Tesla, so I'm going to take out that Tesla. And now we don't even need the last Hog Glider, and we don't even need the P.E.K.K.A abilities or anything. This base is cooked. So we're just going to finish off the base. We don't need to care about it. It's fine. And here is like the salt in the wound. Is I'm going against the same second stage. I test for the Tesla because I know he moved it. I knew he had moved it. And look, he moved it. He thought he would catch me. And he was spectating my attack. And then he stopped spectating after I got to the second stage. And I think he did that to make me think like, oh, I don't need to test for traps. He was hoping I would mess up. And so he came back to spectate and then immediately left after he saw that I had already gotten the Tesla down with both my carts alive. This second stage was absolutely cooked, and this was such a fun attack, and I just had such a good session because on defense, I was getting killed on defense. Like, look, we got a 6-star, 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 and I'm like, okay, I'm changing bases, right? Because I'm using this base right there. And then I say, you know what, never mind. I put a huge P.E.K.K.A bait on this base, and I go and I search, and my first defense with it, Amir Hassim is, I think that's how you say it, I knew that's where he puts his battle machine, so he immediately gets cooked by the Tesla bait. Push trap moves the giant out of the way, so battle machine dies immediately. That's why that push trap's there, that's why those bombs are there. And now battle machine is dead. I'm chilling, I don't care. I just killed the biggest part of his attack. The most important troop he has is his battle machine, which I guess isn't a troop. But you'll see, now this attack just falls apart. There's nothing he can do. Absolutely cooks him, okay? And I'm getting hyped, okay? And then I get into another defense, and I wasn't even trapping for Lucky Cajun. I was just trying to see who we would catch, right? And here comes Lucky Cajun. And what he's going to do is he puts Battle Machine over here. So you wouldn't think he would lose, but look. He's going to put a giant, oh, sorry, the bomber, and the giant gets pushed back by the push trap, I think, maybe. Does it? Oh, and then he puts another bomber, loses the bomber to the bombs. Giant gets pushed by a push trap, gets pushed again, and now the Tesla is attacking the battle machine, and so the battle machine is not gonna survive now. So battle machine dies, but because the battle machine dies and the P.E.K.K.A s go the wrong way, and he never opened up the Mega Tesla stays alive, takes out all his troops, and it's a 1-star, which allowed me to get to 6,200 trophies, number 14 in the world, and man, am I glad about it. So I hope you guys found those attacks as interesting as I found them, because they were super, super fun, and I'll see you later.